What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Good Success Quick Tips. I am Josh Culler, and today it's just me again, and we're going to talk about branding. Now, this is something that I am very big into, and this is the first thing that I focus on when creating content for Good Success. You guys are obviously coming to us either by YouTube or Facebook, and you guys see all of our content, and the branding is the thing that's the most prominent in all of it. And so I make sure that I'm actually the content director as well, and I do all the producing and publishing. And one of the things that I make sure that is always on all of our content is the branding. The big flame logo that you guys see here right behind my head, that is very important. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a few reasons why a brand is important, and I'm not necessarily going to get into how to get a good brand. I have a few sources that you guys can get if you are interested in creating a brand or having a better brand. If you're, say at the end of this video, Josh, I really want a better brand. Where do I go to? If you just want to leave me a comment in the comment section below, or email us at marketing@goodsuccess.com, then I'd be happy to help you out there. So let's get into it real quick. I have just a couple of quick tips for you. So the first thing is, your brand is the identity for your business, and are you proud of it? So for instance, for us, if you were to hand your business card with your brand on it to somebody, are you proud of it? Are you embarrassed of the look of it? Are you embarrassed of the logo or the fonts or the colors? Are you embarrassed of it? Now, for us, we're actually proud of it. It's something that we are thriving on. It's something that we absolutely love, is that orange flame G that you guys see there. And if you haven't noticed, it is a flame and a G. Just so you guys know, it's a little bit of a signal there. But anyway, we're proud of it, and so are you proud of it? And if you're not proud of it, why should anybody else be? Why should anybody else have a community mindset when it comes to your brand? And that's one of the biggest things for a brand. That's one of the reasons why you need a brand, is to build a community. If you're not building a community, then there's no purpose in your business. Even if you're a photographer, if you don't have a community built around people that love your content, love your photos, then there's no purpose for you even trying to start a business. Now, for us, our education business, we're trying to build a community of investors, of people that are in real estate, have real estate businesses, and even just business owners in general that are trying to learn more about growing their business. And that's our community. And we're proud to show our community our brand. So my point going back to that is, if you aren't proud of your brand, then why should anybody else be? Hence why should any customers come your way? So that's just a quick thing that I wanted to leave there. It's not really why your brand should be important, but it's something to think about, and really make sure that you guys have a long thought process about it if you aren't sure that your brand is awesome. So the next thing is, when your audience hears your brand name or sees it, what do they think? Do they think negative? Do they think positive? What's the meaning of your brand? And is it generic? A lot of people I come across that have businesses, and smaller businesses to be more specific, they don't put any effort or any thought into their brand, into the logo design, into the colors, into the fonts. None of it is thought out. And a lot of times I run across people who actually go on Fiverr.com and pay $5 for somebody to design a generic logo for them that everybody else in the world has, or even just go to a logo generator that's free, and now you have the same logo design as probably thousands of other people. So is there any thought behind it? And for us, again, it's the flame, it's the excitement. The orange stands for excitement, and that's what we want to bring to the table when we're showing people our brand. And so is there any thought behind it for you? And then that goes back to the original point here. What does your audience think about when they hear or see your brand? And so that's really something to think about as well. Just like my first point, really bring that across and really think about the purpose of your brand. Does it have a purpose? Is it generic? If it is generic, then you really need to rethink possibly doing something else for it. So the next thing is, having a brand is the biggest momentum builder, and this is probably the key reason why you need a brand, is because it's going to build momentum for you. A lot of people I come across have rebranded themselves multiple times, and they didn't put thought into it. Any of the times that they rebranded themselves, they just came up with a new logo. They just bought something else because they're like, oh, I don't like this color, so we're going to scrap this. Every time you do that, you're having to rebuild a community, rebuild your audience. And the reason for that is because if somebody sees this brand and you get rid of this, everybody that knows this brand will not have any clue what this newer brand is. And so you got to make sure you come up with one good one, even if it pays a lot, even if it costs you a lot to get a good brand. It's not cheap to get a really good brand with a lot of thought behind it. And so if it costs that much, if it's something that you're going to put forward, the upfront work then you're not gonna have to worry about any of this down the road and rebuilding a brand. And that's what we did early on. Was we had a specific brand and we only had it for about 5-6 months, and we didn't push it out much because we weren't really proud of it. And then we rebranded to what we have now, and it's something that we feel like is timeless, and we could just push to, you know, literally the end of time if we needed to. And so then the last thing I have, if you have a good brand, people, your customers, your audience will market for you. We just had our Good Success Belief event, and I don't know how many times we've heard people complimenting our brand and saying, we love your content, we love how it's brought, we love the introductions to it, and just how it's provided and brought across to us on the platforms. And now we have people that are saying that to us, are spreading it towards other people. They're sharing our content, and in turn, we're bringing customers from those people to us. And so it's very important for you guys to understand is that if you have a good brand, if you have something that you're very proud of, and you can really have other people proud of your brand, they'll market for you. They will bring customers to the table for you. And so just keep that in mind. It's something to think about as well. And so that's all I got for you guys. Again, if you are interested in creating a better brand or even getting a brand, I know some of you out there don't even have one, then leave a comment below for us or email me at marketing@goodsuccess.com, and I'd be able to point you in the right direction of where to go for something like that. We have a couple of sources. We have one in-house. We have the company that rebranded us, and so I can give you guys a couple of different sources for that. So that's going to do it for today's quick tip episode. I hope that gave you value, and if it did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, and then subscribe to us if you're on YouTube, or like our Facebook page if you're coming to us on Facebook. That's going to do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.